Deep in the heart of a whispering forest, where morning dew sang soft songs and the moss felt like velvet pillows, lived a little fairy named Elisha. She was so light she could nap on a dandelion, and so quiet not even a squirrel heard her flutter by. Elisha was different from the other fairies who spent their nights twirling in moonlight. She was curious and thoughtful. She often sat on tree branches, wondering, why do leaves change color? Where do butterflies go when it rains? And how do mushrooms grow overnight? One spring morning, as the forest began to bloom, Elisha noticed something unusual. In the middle of a sunny clearing stood a tiny tree. It wasn't budding. It had no leaves. Its branches were bare. Elisha flew down and sat beside it. "Why aren't you growing?" she asked gently. The tree didn't answer, but Elisha didn't mind. She had patience. Every day she returned. She told the tree stories about a hedgehog who lost his hat, about a sleepy fox who dreamed of flying. She sang lullabies and sometimes just sat quietly, hoping her presence would help. Weeks passed. Then one morning, Elisha gasped. At the very top of the little tree, a tiny green bud had appeared. She clapped her hands with joy. "I knew it. I knew you had it in you." But that night, the sky turned dark. Thunder shook the forest, and lightning lit the trees like fireflies gone wild. Elisha hid inside an old log, heart pounding. When the storm finally passed, she hurried back to the clearing. There stood the tree, bent, soaked, with one branch broken. But the little green bud still clung on. Elisha knelt beside it. "You're brave," she whispered, touching its trunk. "You didn't give up." She took a glowing petal from her necklace and placed it on the ground near the roots. From that day on, the tree began to grow, slowly but surely. Every spring, a new leaf would grow exactly where the first bud once was. Years passed. Elisha had long since flown to help other forgotten corners of the forest, but in the middle of that clearing now stands a tall, kind tree. Its branches give shade to animals and children who rest beneath its arms. And when the wind rustles the leaves just right, it sounds a lot like a tiny fairy voice whispering, "You're not alone. Just keep growing." Subscribe for another story from the Invisible Pen. Good night.